Hey, aloha everyone. Paul Aker here reporting live this morning at the Maui County Government Building in Wailuku. Behind me with an addition to our Truth for Lahaina campaign. As we promised, we are staying on this for the next 2 weeks. And today we have a big development in that Truth for Lahaina campaign. Today, the man named Herman Andaya, you may remember that name, Herman Andaya was set to testify via deposition here at the County Government Building at 9 a.m. this morning. If you don't remember that name, Andaya was the man that was in charge of the Maui Emergency Management Agency at the time of the fire, roundly criticized for not sounding those alarms that are typically used for tsunami warnings. Well, Andaya was supposed to show up here at the county building and give his deposition. We have not seen him this morning. That doesn't mean he's not here. We may have missed him. He may be testifying somewhere else. We do know through documents that we received that Andaya was supposed to be here because the Hawaiian Electric Company, a defendant in one of the cases, or many of the cases actually, called him to be deposed. Now, whether he is the only one that will be providing testimony through deposition today or not, we're not quite sure. We know that there are other people in the Emergency Management Agency that were also called to be deposed. A lot of those people asking questions on that call are attorneys from various firms, a lot of different attorneys via Zoom. So where Andaya is, if he's testifying right now, could be the case. We're not sure. But the issue today, had we seen Andaya, what we really wanted to ask Andaya is whether he feels like he was a scapegoat in all of this. And let me reframe this so you can kind of get a better idea of why we would ask that question. Back in August of 2023, just a few days after the fire, Andaya came before the media at a news conference and was asked whether he regrets not sounding those alarms. Andaya said, no, it's not protocol. There was no reason that we would under those circumstances, gave some other explanations, but that was the essence of it. That set off a literal huge backlash. People became very upset, highly agitated at that response, and then just a couple days after that, Andaya stepped down citing a medical issue, undisclosed medical issue. We don't know if he's still being paid on medical leave or whatever, because we get a lot of those questions. We just don't have access to those personnel files. But that question was out there. Andaya stepped down as a result of those, in the wake of those accusations, let's put it that way, citing a medical reason. Well, since then, and this is important, since then, what Maui Alert has learned is that the mayor and Andaya were scheduled to have a meeting here with the mayor's office just a day before the fire. At the same time, there was a red flag warning. And that was the warning that said, hey, high, strong fire conditions are likely. Andaya was around at the time that there was a meeting in 2018 where it was discussed all the issues involved. So did that conversation take place with the mayor the day before the fire? And did Andaya then still board that plane with the full knowledge of the mayor that this could become an issue? More importantly, while Andaya was on Oahu, he was texting the mayor. And the mayor in those text messages never indicated that he should sound the alarm, never had any conversation about sounding the alarm. In fact, what did happen is the mayor once told by Andaya that, hey, the fire chief says that there are flames and fire approaching homes in Lahaina. Evacuations are being done. The mayor's response was, stay on it. I'll be back after my doctor's appointment. Nobody here saw the mayor for quite some time after that. The mayor showed up here at his office at 6 p.m. and said he's happy to report the road to Lahaina is open. Happy to report the road to Lahaina is open. At the very same time, people were literally dying on the streets in Lahaina. So where does the mayor take responsibility for any of this? Well, we would like to ask the mayor that. And guess what? The mayor doesn't want to take those questions. He has not invited us to any of the follow-up news conferences where we could have asked these questions. And in light of the release of other agency documents and so forth from investigative reports, does not want to take our questions, doesn't even want to give us a chance to be in the same room, which you might understand the mayor has attempted to say, hey, we're going to wait for the investigations to come in before we answer any questions, that sort of thing from the beginning, and then tried to shift the focus to rebuilding Lahaina. but yet to answer our questions on this, did not comment to recent queries that we had related to the fire and his conduct and his questionable judgment. Now remember, Maui Alert has not just any news organization here. If we were asking easy questions, we know for a fact those news organizations get in. They get a seat at the table. But Maui Alert has been the one news outlet that has doggedly pursued this story to the extent that we've filed a lawsuit to get public records that the county would not turn over. Some of those have illuminated the reporting that we just told you. So what is Herman Andaya's story? We would really like to hear what Herman Andaya has to say about what the mayor told him, didn't tell him, and what he would have done if the mayor would have said to him, hey, sound the alarms. It makes sense. It's a good idea. Or even had the conversation. So where is the mayor in all this? What is the mayor's level of responsibility? Does the mayor of this county deserve accountability? Maui Alert is staying on that, folks. Truth for Lahaina.